If you can hear the dog snoring, it's because the dog is snoring. Climate justice is our topic today, and it's a serious one because they say so, and that's good enough reason to treat something as being serious. The powers that be have decided that it's serious. Now, me personally, I am not a denier. I'm actually more close to being a believer in climate, whatever. But just because it's happening doesn't mean that I'm causing it or that I'm responsible for it, for that matter. It would probably be accurate to say, you and me both, we are being saddled with this burden, being told that it is our problem. Now, they're going to make it your problem, just like they made the last crisis your problem, my problem. But we did not cause it. We did not profit off it unless you, I don't know what you do for a living. But I have not, done anything particularly anticlimactic in my money chasing. And yeah, so it's a psyop basically, not the climate part, but the part where they say it's your fault or mine, and we have to adjust things. We have to change our life. Okay, and there are a few things I, in particular, do not like about how they're playing this. I will run you through them. I got my notes here. 1 second. Okay, all right. So I want to say first of all, I have reusable bags. I was using them when they don't, over here they don't give you free plastic bags, which is a shame because those are great for putting your trash in, throwing them out. But 25 cents a pop or 5 cents, whatever it is, I don't know. I just started using reusable bags because they also hold things better. And as a pedestrian, I don't have a car, I don't drive a car, I'm a good person for that. The reusable bags are like more durable, so you get around with them, they're better, all that. That's all. So I'm not the guy. It's not my fault. It's not on me. Okay? And what's really going on, what I really dislike around this debate now, this has only popped up since the elections and the health misinformation stuff, but the censorship, the insane censorship of discussion on this topic, right? It's I don't know if it's instituted yet, but you're not going to be able to spread misinformation about the climate. Why is that? Is it because sharing wrong information about the climate is a danger to anyone? No. Yes, but not in that way. Dissent. They do not want you to be able to dissent. They don't want people to foment dissent. They don't want people to question what they're told. They want you to obey, just like the 2020 crisis. Obey. See that? Crazy eyes, 1,000 yard stare? They want you to obey what they tell you. It's that simple. And why do they want you to obey? Because there is a risk. And the risk is to the people in power. Those who have power do not want to give others any pretense to take it away. And what would a climate crisis do? It would, if things suddenly really start getting bad, it would give them shaky ground to be standing on. I mean, you guys have been in charge for who knows how long, and you didn't do anything about this. So they say, no, well, we did. See, we did this. We put this in place. But most importantly, they want to shut down dissent. All right. So that's how I see it. Like, the biggest risk here is not to the people in Sweden or anywhere else. Now, how does the climate crisis thing work? What are they saying? Okay. The idea, what they've simplified it to, is that we emit greenhouse gases, carbon dioxide and methane. And what happens is that these gases trap the energy that comes from the sun, right? So I don't know if it's any different than the global warming. I think it's the same allegation that it's global warming, but they call it climate change now because the warming is like weird. I don't know how it works. But that's the idea that, carbon dioxide is trapping more heat, and then we're all just getting cooked slowly. Probably true, maybe. I don't know. I can't prove it. And I don't need to. My concern, again, as I said before, is that I don't want to be pushed into this role of I'm the bad guy. This is abuse. This is what's the it's misdirection. That's the word I'd like to use. It's misdirection when they say that we have to start changing the way we do things. Who is we? I'm not the one doing any of this. I'm not making money off the this nonsense, right? I wish I was. So that's that. That's the main issue where they censor and abuse regular people who are not responsible for this. And then when they come up with actual solutions, they don't have solutions. They come up with agreements on how they keep on going, they keep on flying to Egypt. That was the last one. They go to Scotland, they go to wherever Greta is, okay, just to go throw these big meetings where they can talk about making more money, basically. And how are we going to spend our money on the climate? Who's going to pay for Africa? Who's going to pay for these other poor countries? COP, let's go to the COP. I don't know, what is it, Congress of Parties? Like, that's such a sterile name. So what they're actually doing, this is all just nonsense. They're just doing their usual thing. And then they're all actually just waiting. Everybody apparently is waiting and investing money in trying to find just like a Hail Mary solution. How are we going to get the carbon out of, are they going to carbon sequestration? Are they going to just start pumping the carbon up into space? Like, what are they going to do? That's the plan. They're just hoping somebody smart is going to come along and solve it for them while they're going through the motions right now. After that, if that doesn't work out, they don't have a solution. They're just going to let some people die here and there. They're going to let the frogs all die, or whatever it is. So that's my take on how they're playing that. So they don't have solutions. But in the same way, I will say this. They could come up with some solutions. It would be very easy. This is not hard. The only thing stopping them, profit, okay? There's too much profit to be made, and too many powerful people tied up in these things. The oil barons of, the 1800s or early 1900s, my history's trash. Those barons got replaced by, major energy traders. These major energy traders are at risk of being replaced by the next wave. And all of this is kind of tied into banks and tied into politics and how this stuff is run. So you're not getting solutions from these people. What they're doing, they're all just trying to solve it for themselves. So you're screwed, basically, in effect. All right? And that's the way I see it. This is not a complicated thing. Nobody is actually, it's just like politics, nobody's actually trying to solve it. So Greta kind of gets that right, okay? But her and her soy-infused generation of, panda libido children, they are patsies. They're going to be used like a battering ram, or I don't know what other, used like a great wall to just shove stupid ideas down our throats without actually giving us solutions. So think about that. Think about who you're listening to and if they actually can solve things. Now, I am all for taking some very fast and rapid action. Just one example. I'll tell you something that should be done just to minimize waste and all kind of things. Groceries. These are not like the green groceries, vegetables, the healthy stuff should be distributed by the local government, by the municipality. All right. Instead of us going to the supermarket, having to pay money, the supermarket throwing out food. I don't know how it works, but they throw out the ugly looking vegetables. Just have the government, take that on themselves to pay for veggies, and then they, have somebody drop them off. Maybe uh, a self-driving Tesla. I think Elon Musk pronounces it Tesla, but I'm not sure. I don't listen to that guy. That guy's a big scammer. I made an old video about that, about the whole Dogecoin scam that he pulled. Guy should be in jail. Anyway, you don't have people looking out for you in any walk of life here. So, point being, like the vegetable thing, how much could be saved and how much healthier could we be? And the farmers would get like their quota. But instead, you got some weird stuff like the WEF trying to make global food hubs. You know, I don't think we're in good hands, folks. I'll just put it that way. And we are not. We're not. That's why you got to get ready for whatever the hell the climate is going to get you. But it's not going anywhere good. Um, Most likely, after some weird stuff happens, we're all going to start getting like really cold. I think we're going to get like a global ice age, maybe. But see, YouTube might censor me for saying that. We're in this kind of dystopia where you can't talk about the climate now. It is sacred, just like you couldn't talk about anything related to health because there was uh, an agenda going, Agenda 201. So that's all I can say. I mean, I can get into more details of how to solve this stuff, but it's kind of just common sense. And the common sense tells me the reason it's not being solved is the profit motive. We know who the biggest polluters are. We know they have the budget to offset. I mean, first of all, why do the airplanes want me to start paying like $13, $15 to minimize my carbon footprint? Every country's got like, we're going to plant 1 billion trees, and they all suck at planting trees. Are you serious? Are you serious? You can't plant trees? I could plant trees. And that's not even my specialty. I'm not the tree planting government. But hey, that's how it goes. They just tell you they're going to plant trees. This happened in Canada. This happened in India. Like, I don't know where else. I think China is trying to stop desertification of the Gobi Desert. God almighty. These people are not out to help you. This climate will not be solved by them. They are just grifting. And I know what I'm talking about, I think. So, maybe we could look at the figures, and going forward, we have the number one polluters pay our carbon footprints. Maybe we can have them spend money on remediation for what kind of, I don't know, environmental. I don't care about the devastation. If you get floods coming your way, get out the way, man. We keep on hearing about floods, and the media now is focused on hyping this up. It's their next gravy train, right? Just like the health thing, this is like going to be. There's the video that Project Veritas got undercover, where they have somebody from CNN talking about how they're going to keep on hyping up climate change because it gets the clicks, it's the narrative, it's the direction they're going in. So that's all I can say for now. Good luck.